Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast. It is Beat Michigan week. We are here the last game of the regular season for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and you know what that means. That team up north is coming to Columbus this Saturday at 12 p.m. We got the Content Tuesday crew with us. We got the captain, Byron Mitchell. We got the anime expert, Cedric Ware. We got the EVP NFL expert, Justin Akindell. Gentlemen, it's the last game of the regular season, so you know what that means.
Pressure's on.
Man, oh man. So we're obviously gonna be heavily focused on the Michigan game. We're gonna talk about some of these conference championship situations. But before that, we did have a top 5 matchup that happened over the weekend. Byron, take it away.
OSU won 38-15 against the Indiana Hoosiers. Will Howard 22 for 26 for 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have a rushing touchdown. He did have an interception, but it bounced off the receiver's hands, so I'm not really blaming him for that one. He didn't have a fumble, so that's good. Quinshon Judkins 14 for 36. Ravion Henderson 9 for 68 yards, a touchdown. And Mecca Egbuka 7 for 80, a touchdown. Turnout Tate 4 for 48. Jeremiah Smith 3 for 34, and then Jelani Tucker had the other touchdown from Will Howard. The defense had a good game. They had 5 sacks. They had a fumble recovery by Ty Hamilton. The thing that I liked the most was the Caleb Bounds punt return touchdown. It was great to see him break a 10-year drought. The last punt return touchdown that we had was by Jalen Marshall against Indiana back in 2014.
Cedric, what'd you like about this game?
Honestly, for me, it was the defensive play call. I like the adjustments made after Indiana's first drive. I know a couple of people were a little nervous. Counting myself, I was a little nervous at first just because it seemed like it was almost too easy for them to move the ball. But I did like the adjustments of Jim Knowles bringing the blitz. I know we haven't really seen a blitz heavy game from this OSU defense kind of all season. And so to see that kind of develop and pay its dues as far as hurrying that quarterback to make some mistakes, I really love to see that. I think that was honestly the biggest highlight for me was the defense in this game.
Justin, anything you wanted to add?
Nope, not really. Ohio State did what they did exactly what they did do. They went out there and handled business, boy.
Yeah. The only thing I wanted to add was what I said last week. Indiana I think they're 2 years away from making that game competitive. Like you could tell as soon as one thing went wrong for them, it just completely rattled them. That punter who muffed that punt, and then that led to points right before OSU in the halftime. Like it just they were not prepared for that. It was the lights were too big for them, but that was their first time doing that, so they'll be back in a couple of years. But let's get to what is ahead. Michigan coming in at 6-5. OSU's 10-1. This game's on Fox, 12 o'clock. We've been here before. We're currently on a 3-game losing streak to Michigan. Byron, how are you feeling, man? Because we have not beaten Michigan since 2019.
That's like so long ago. It was a couple of years, so we didn't play that game and then lost 3 straight. I am nervous because we've lost to them 3 years in a row. Like last year, I really thought we did have a chance to beat them, but then that Kyle McCord interception sealed the game at the end. So I'm nervous.
Cedric, how are you feeling going into the game?
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm not nervous, but I'm not, I guess, as nervous. I'm more of a, I don't want to say anxious, but I just want to see like this is the time now to snap that losing streak. This is the time for Ryan Day to get this fucking win because this is it. Like this is Michigan arguably right now at their worst that we've seen in a long time, and us kind of consistently still at our best. So I just want to see kind of if this is the Michigan teams of late were good and in combination of them being good and being well coached versus is this all just coaching? Like this will also be the first not the first time that he's led the team, but the new coach having a full season with them coming against us, coming all the way down to Columbus as well. So I just want to see what happens. I have high expectations of us to win this game because no offense, Michigan, you guys are kind of ass this year. So just want to see.
Yeah, Michigan had 7 returning starters come back. Everyone else went to the league, which is saying something. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I'm only nervous because Ohio State hasn't beat these niggas since 2019. Only that. I mean, based off, watching Michigan all season and watching Ohio State all year, Ohio State should whoop the dog shit out these niggas. The spread has reflected that as their 21-point favorites. But, Michigan dropping 50 against Northwestern.
The game before.
The game before, like not even looking past them, like getting that shit going. It was basically a Khalil Mullins game or running the ball game. So these niggas still can't throw the ball, but I'm only nervous because Michigan has won the past 3 matchups. But other than that, just based off of, watching the teams all season, seeing how these teams play, seeing how these teams are constructed, I'm not nervous. But just based off, just history and vibes, just a little nervous. Like, last year I thought last year was the game that Ohio State was really going to break this game open. And, they were right there and they couldn't get it done. But that was a lot more talented Michigan team.
Yes.
This Michigan team ain't that one. Yep. So that anxiety is subsided, but you just never know. You just never know with these rivalry games, if we're being honest.
100%, Justin. You never know with these rivalry games. You throw out the spreads and stuff out the window because we talk about like when Indiana just drove down the field and scored the first time in that Buckeye game where it's like, it gets a little quiet. If Michigan scores on their first possession, that whole arena is going to be like, uh-oh.
Not again.
Exactly.
Not again. Exactly. Not this shit again.
Exactly. I think I'm nervous because of the fact that just history, like there was a time where Ohio State was having our down bad year after winning a title in 2002 and 2004. Ohio State wasn't even ranked, and Michigan was the number 1 team in the Big Ten, 7th in the country. And Ohio State beat the dog shit out of Michigan and ruined their season. Mm-hmm. So, because that's all we had left to play for. Obviously, we went and played some bowl and won that. But it's like, this is Michigan's Super Bowl. This is it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you win this game as Michigan when only 7 were starters, came back from last year, and then all these people are coming back. We just saw since our last time recorded, they just got the number 1 quarterback in the class. They flipped him. Think of all that momentum you have going into the summer.
Yeah, if Michigan wins this game, it's a successful season for them. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. It's a successful season. The way the season has went for them, not having a quarterback, not having an offense that can really compete with the top levels of college football. If they go out there on Saturday and beat Ohio State, all is forgiven for Sharon Moore. They got the number 1 quarterback recruit coming in. He's probably going to start day 1 because they don't have a goddamn quarterback to begin with. So yeah, vibes will be great up there in Ann Arbor. They do get this one.
And he ain't the only one coming. Michigan ain't done with them top recruits. He ain't the only one coming.
No.
Especially if they win this game. Oh boy.
They got NIL money. They got money. They got the money. Boosters. So they could spend. They could very well spin.
I'm pretty sure that dude, isn't he from Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was about to go to LSU, and then when the boosters saw that quarterback play, they said, "Oh no, enough's enough."
And that dude is
Gave that man
big.
$10.5 million.
You
4
know,
years.
and shout out to Michigan for that. Shout out to Michigan for keeping that in-state product at Michigan.
Yep.
Doing what you gotta do to make sure that motherfucker don't leave.
Like they did whatever it took, and they got him. They'll get more. But like you said, Justin, if they win, it's a successful season. But then on the flip side, if Ohio State loses,
Sky's falling.
The sky is going to
Ryan
fall.
Day is falling. The hell out of Columbus. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah.
There's no in between. It is everyone is expecting domination, and no one's going to be happy unless OSU wins this game by like 50 points. That's the crazy thing too.
I'd be happy with a dub.
Yeah, same.
There's going to be some people.
You may not be happy unless they win the game with 15 points.
I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of people.
These motherfuckers have no reason. I mean, other than watching football all season, but no reason to expect anything but a win and a win only. No margin, no nothing. Just get the damn dub.
Well, they're expecting some, this is the hang 100 Ryan Days talking about like besides his father dying, this is one of the biggest pains he's ever experienced in his life.
Okay, no offense to the guy. That's some media talk. Like this man talking about, because like you mean to tell me after losing to this team 3 times, you just now are getting it? That's why I said that's hyperbole. Like,
well, the justice thing, he probably knows now this is his job.
Well, fuck, it's been your job.
Well, we haven't gotten rid of him the 3 times. Like he knows this time if he loses this one.
I'll put it as if this was a competitive Michigan team, do you think he still says the same thing?
Yes.
He
can't lose 3 straight. Like we have
4 straight. I don't think he says the same thing. Just because he knows there's a possibility he could lose his job. And he could not guarantee that win. With this team being as bad as this Michigan team being as bad as he's faced, I think that's what supported the whole I can talk my shit now and actually back it up.
I just think he really knows that. Because in theory, too, if Ohio State actually does lose this game, they actually might not go to the Big Ten championship game. And that would really fuck a lot of things up.
Shit, the last 3 years, shit. With the
it would still be in the playoffs, but would you rather be the 5th seed, the 1st seed, or you want that 7th, 8th seed matchup against a Georgia?
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
that's a huge difference.
Yeah, but you still got a shot if you're in the playoffs to potentially turn some shit around. But don't fucking lose to Michigan, especially this Michigan team.
No.
That's just something you just can't do. That's something you can't do. And these niggas haven't won the Big Ten since 2019.
Yeah, we haven't.
So,
I mean, the only way I think Michigan win. I mean, that defensive line in Michigan is still really good.
Yes,
like it's the offense. It's the offense that's the problem.
Yes. And Mason Graham's a beast. Like that man's still really good.
Like if
Ohio State goes up by 2 touchdowns,
it's over.
I definitely think the game's over. But if Michigan can hang around, if they can stop Ohio State's offense, you're gonna be in for a nail biter. Shit, you saw what happened in fucking Auburn. You saw what happened senior night at home. Michigan ain't gonna be at home, but those niggas, especially the first half, were ready. They were ready to play. They were beating the dog shit out of A&M, beating their ass.
And that's what the seniors for Ohio State, because on the opposite of Michigan only having 7 people come back from last year, our whole damn team came back for this pretty much damn near. They came back for this game. They all they want to win this game because they're a class who's never beaten Michigan.
They don't want to go out like that.
They don't. No, I mean, man, these rivalry games are just so tough because like Justin, like you said, if the defensive line holds Ohio State, let's say Will Howard gets a couple fumbles and Michigan returns those for TDs and
like that Michigan defense has NFL players peppered all over, all over. So if they play their best game, they're gonna have a chance. They're gonna have a chance.
Like they got nothing to lose except beating the rival. That's it. That's it. As a player, that's a good place to be. That's a good place to be. None of the pressure on you.
Michigan is walking into Columbus at the shoe with zero pressure. No expectations. No one giving them a shot. No one thinks they can win. No one expects them to win. They are just here to fuck shit up. That's all they're here for. That's what Moore's telling them in the locker room. Hey, we here to fuck shit up. We about to make shit easy for Ohio State. These niggas, this ain't about to just walk into the Big Ten championship over us. Not over us. Like, I can already hear the speeches in the locker room. What this man saying. He gonna have those motherfuckers ready. He gonna have them ready.
It's gonna be. And they already have their natty from last year, so they really don't have nothing to prove. Like, and if you deny Ohio State a chance to, or make their path harder to get a natty, like you said, season accomplished.
Yeah.
Byron, who's your X factor in the game? Who's the one guy in Ohio State you're looking at like, we gotta get something from you?
Usually I say like JTT and Jack Sawyer, but
they went off on Indiana.
They did. So I don't need them. Like, I need them to step up, but I don't need them to step up because they've been doing good the last couple games. I'm going to say Davison, Igbinosun, and Denzel Burke. I need big games from them.
Well, if they get cooked by Michigan,
right,
receivers, they ain't gonna be good enough. That ain't bad. That's gonna be bad.
Right, that's why I need them to have good games so I don't get cooked.
If they get cooked by Michigan receivers, man.
What about you, Cedric? Who's your X factor? Who do you want to step up?
I'm gonna say Will Howard. This is his first rivalry game against Michigan. I know there's always been like the question of past, like when we bring in a quarterback from out of state, not really like feeling the weight and how important this game is. Not to say that Will Howard's not a competitor, doesn't understand what it is. I see it to keep kind of the momentum going for this offense and keep moving with it and just stay consistent, protect the ball. I think that if we can execute our offense, and it kind of starts with him, with those passes, because we have the weapons, it's there. I just don't want him to turn over the ball or fumble the ball. And again, like this past week, that interception, not his fault, not really his control, bounced off the receiver's hands. But this Michigan defense also has a great secondary. They have possibly the second best corner in college football. So let's just not give the ball away and limit Michigan, not give them any opportunities to kind of get more bites at the apple on offense.
Justin?
I am looking at the offensive line for Ohio State. This is probably the best defensive line they're going to face. They have had injuries on the line. I know the starting center was hurt leading up into the Indiana game, and it really did not matter, but I think it might matter against Michigan. And then Michigan last year, they had injuries on their offensive line and still found a way to get the job done against Ohio State. But I'm really looking at the offensive line. If they can get pushed, if they have a good game, Ohio State's offense is going to move the ball and be able to score on Michigan. And once the points are on the board, Michigan will not be able to come back. Yeah. It all starts with them. If they have a good game, then Ohio State can win this game handily.
Yeah, agreed. No fluky stuff, especially the first two games of Michigan's win streak, where like all they did was run the ball, but OSU's corners were so bad that they were able to just hit big deep shot after deep shot in the big play and limit that. So Justin, what's the flip side? Like, what's Ryan telling? Because you gave the pep talk for Michigan. What's Ryan telling Ohio State? How's he telling them, like, look, just because everyone's saying we should win this, how does he tell them to throw that shit out the window?
Well, shit, those so all those seniors that have been there around, they don't need a pep talk. They know. They know they haven't beat these niggas. They understand what they came back to Ohio State for. I know they probably want to get a national championship. I know they want to win a Big Ten title, do some things in college football playoff, but y'all niggas have not beat Michigan. Ryan Day is probably hammering that shit home. I've only beat these motherfuckers once. You guys haven't beat them at all. We need to lock in. Fuck the noise. Fuck what everyone talking about. Michigan can't throw the ball. They don't got a quarterback. We know what we got to do. We know that shit. I'm going down. All y'all are going down.
That's
and we don't win this football game. Everything coming down. Everyone is coming down to the mud with me. Everyone coming down to. I know he's not saying this, but that's what I would be fucking saying if I was a coach.
No, but that's facts because if he
lose this game, we gotta win it.
That's facts because if he loses all his little coaching staff, they gotta pack their shit too.
Yes.
And like Dan Hurley from UConn said before they started winning titles in college basketball, you better get us now. If we can't get Michigan now, oh man, because we're about to lose a shit ton of people next year. We're going to be coming in with 7 starters just like them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even less.
Retool year next year.
Yeah, it's going to be a retool year.
Yeah.
Byron, what score do you got for this man?
I'm going to say 35-17 OSU.
Cedric?
I'm going to say 35-14 OSU.
Justin?
I will go 31-7 Ohio State.
I'll raise you on that. I'll go 42-7. 42-7.
Big blowout.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'll say this. If the game's tied at halftime, Michigan's going to win. Because that's just bad mojo. That's bad. That's just bad. This shit can't be tied at halftime. Oh, no. Because that pressure, when they go back, oh, no.
Oh, my God. I need us like a 2-3 touchdown lead by the time halftime comes.
And I'm glad we are 12 and get that shit out the way. But last week, when we were talking about the rankings and all that, we knew upsets were going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't know where. There was upsets galore that have shaken up everything. Bama got their asses smoked by Oklahoma. No one saw that coming.
Got their asses beat. Oh my God. That was unbelievable.
So bad that Brett Bielema spent $90+ at Taco Bell.
Brett Venables, but yes. Venables. My God.
He was feeling good. Justin, now officially, Billy Napier has officially saved his job for maybe now 2 more years because they beat Ole Miss and no one saw that coming.
Florida is the highest team in the SEC right now.
I don't disagree.
They're the highest team in the SEC right now, and his job. Shit, because they said he was good like a month ago. I think that just it's emboldened them. Like it got everyone together, and DJ Lagway's healthy. I said at the beginning of the season, Florida's going to be ass as long as Graham Mertz is playing quarterback. And they put DJ Lagway in, and then I came back around and he got hurt, and that's when they started losing again. And now that he's back, Florida going to be a problem next year. I think they're going to be back next year.
You see, that's why.
But Graham Mertz did get hurt this year, though. So I think that's the only reason why DJ is playing.
No, Graham Mertz is ass, bro. I think he would have got benched at some point. He would have got benched at some point. Bro.
I mean, that game too is exactly why. I mean, that's why I say he's Franklin of the South. You win a big game, and then the next week you just cost your team the season. BYU got upset by Arizona State. I mean, now the Big 12. We'll talk about that. Texas A&M. No one saw this. Auburn by 4 overtimes. That's what they get for the Texas A&M coach saying that they're looking at Texas and not thinking about Auburn. That's their fault.
You gotta play the game that's in front of you.
That's God punishing you. I'm just saying. He was running that mouth. Oh, we're thinking about Texas. What about Auburn?
I mean, that was Auburn's senior night. At night, those niggas were charged up.
That was all they had to. Well, now they have. They could really do something this weekend. But
Alabama next week. But the way A&M played in the second half, how they came back, I swear to God, that game, if college had NFL overtime rules, A&M would have won that bitch.
Probably. Really didn't.
I think they would have won that bitch.
And then, Justin, you talked about hot team with Florida. I'll raise you and tie you. Ain't nobody maybe hotter than Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah,
they beat.
They got 3 straight ranked teams.
Yeah. They put Colorado. As soon as we all started, like, man, Colorado might make the playoffs. Kansas said, okay.
Hold my beer.
Okay.
Hold my fucking beer. They heard shit. Kansas heard us talking shit.
Mm-hmm. And then they really put it. They put it on them.
They ass.
Like, oh man. So now we have a situation just going in the SEC because of A&M and all those teams losing in such a roundabout way. Georgia clinched their spot in the SEC title game, and this is why this is why some people may say this is rigged. Texas versus Texas A&M, the ABC night game. Winner plays Georgia.
Whoa! The shit's not rigged.
It's not, but when you have it like that,
that's been like shit. Early October, I was like, well, fuck, Texas A&M. Texas A&M keep winning. That shit can come down to that's going to be an SEC championship game eliminator, literally.
But if Ole Miss would have won, like this would have been a different picture.
Oh yeah, it would definitely.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not rigged, but it's just like the fact is like really the last ABC game of the year. The winner goes to the SEC title game, and it's between two teams who hate each other, and they haven't played each other since 2011 when Texas A&M left to come to the SEC.
Renew the rivalry. Let's go.
So hey, sometimes sports just writes itself.
You're right. You're right.
The story fucking wrote itself there.
The problem, unbelievable. And this is at Texas A&M.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it's at Kyle Field.
And then Quinn Ewers maybe banged up. Cedric? Who you liking in this one?
I like Texas A&M only because this is it. This is their time. You got the home field, night game, loudest stadium. You got your matchup. It's a rivalry game, so you know the student section, that whole stadium is going to be rocking.
Oh yeah, it's going to be vicious. I've never seen a game like this because Texas A&M, if they win this, they have a shot to go to the playoff and go potentially win a national title. If they lose this, they're going to the Pop-Tart Bowl. Like there's no in between. Like this is crazy. Justin, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man, this is fucking for everything. A&M's at home. Texas is 5.5 point favorites on the road. Yeah. Quinn Ewers is banged up. We don't know his status. Even if little Archie gotta play, I don't know how he's gonna fare
in that environment.
Bigger game because y'all gotta understand, man. Fucking A&M is so sick of fucking Texas. Like they you talk about little brother complex. That is A&M and UT Austin. Like A&M is just the habitual little brother in this situation. They get no spotlight in that state. It is all Texas Longhorns all the goddamn time. And I know they're sick of it. And I might have to pick Texas. I don't know if I can roll. I don't know if I can roll my boys, man. Like you said, Elko looking over Auburn for this game. I'm like, how can you blow it against Auburn and literally make this? You really made this game do or die now because if you don't win this shit, you're right. You're going to the fucking Pop-Tart Bowl. You're going to some bullshit bowl. You're going like you ain't about to be remembered no more. They do have to win this game. Texas is just a more experienced team, the better roster. I want to pick the Aggies. I just don't know if I can.
Well, Barry, what do you think?
I think I'm going Texas as well.
Yo, that's just nice, simple. Texas.
Just nice, simple.
That's it.
I think if Archie plays, I feel like Texas A&M might win. So this all hinges on if Quinn Ewers plays.
That place is going to be, oh boy. That, like so y'all said, like that student section is going to be.
It's going to be the best environment you see all weekend.
The real question is if the Aggies win, does a goalpost get
Absolutely,
taken down.
yes.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God, yes. I don't think you understand how much
They hate Texas.
A&M does not fuck with Texas. Like it is like that, bro. Like it is. It's on site type shit.
Listen, I want the chaos. I want A&M to get their spot in this. Granted, I really don't like the take that the coach made. Like he made himself look like an idiot, but I'm still gonna roll with them.
And if Texas wins the game, we won't have to worry about the SEC team taking that large bid.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We don't have to worry about Texas and potentially both Texas and Georgia taking that one.
This is gonna be. It's gonna be
if
crazy.
A&M did somehow win the SEC.
It's gonna be wild. And then you just go to the ACC. SMU, first time in the league, clinched their spot in the title game.
Mm-hmm.
Miami gets, if they win, and it's no cakewalk, they play 8-3 Syracuse, Kyle McCord, they're in. If Clemson needs Miami to lose to Syracuse, and they gotta win, and then they're in.
I'm not sure Clemson going to beat South Carolina, man.
South Carolina, they are playing well.
Those boys, South Carolina, boy. You talk about hot teams in the SEC, man. It's South Carolina and Florida.
Look, South Carolina loves beating motherfuckers. Like when in the worst times too, they love just being like, "Hey, you need to swim bad, don't you?" Yeah. Sure would be a shame if someone just came by and ruined that for you.
Like Clemson plays at 12 o'clock too, and Miami plays at 3:30. So Miami's going to be watching that game.
And like if shit would have if a couple swings would have went South Carolina's way, like only a 3-point loss against LSU and a 2-point loss against Alabama. We talking about a 10-1 football team.
Yeah.
We're talking about a play. We're talking about them in the playoffs for real.
They beat the dog shit out of A&M.
They did.
Yeah, South Carolina is good. Like Clemson's not guaranteed to win that game at all.
The only thing that got for good is it's at Clemson.
Yeah, and then Miami on the other hand, they have to go to Syracuse. Syracuse ain't bad, 8-3. We know if there's one thing Syracuse is gonna fucking do with Kyle McCord is fucking fling that bitch. We all Miami plays not no goddamn defense. The total that I'm looking at right now is 67.5, and I think it fucking flies over. There's no way. There's a minimum of 80 points scored in this game. If I didn't already bet on so much shit before I got on here, I would bet on it right now for that over. Because that might be the lock of the weekend. 67.5, it's skying over.
And gentlemen, they play in a dome.
Yes,
so,
we don't have to worry
about wind, ain't no weather, none of that.
Yes.
This is straight.
Miami 11-point favorites on the road. We'll know about that one.
And as we're speaking, they are doing their playoff rankings as we speak. So,
there it is on the TV behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what TV? I see a beach.
I mean, I could unblock it, but the TV behind me.
Yeah, so yours will probably be ahead. SMU is at 9. Indiana dropped to 10, so that's actually not bad. Boise 11, Clemson 12, Alabama 13, Ole Miss 14, South Carolina 15. So, but I don't have the top 10 yet. It's on the Twitter. So we'll find out.
I will give us a live updates because I have it on TV. Tennessee is 8.
Look perfect.
Tennessee is 8. The TV is muted because obviously we're recording right now, so I don't know what they're talking about. But yes, Tennessee is currently 8.
All right, so while that's happening, in this ACC, winning your everything on the marbles. Byron, who do you have in the Clemson game, and who do you have in the Miami game?
Before Byron goes, Georgia 7.
Okay, 7. They went down.
They moved up 3 spots, boy.
Oh, well, I'm looking at the AP thing because they were okay. Go ahead, Byron.
So I'm going to take South Carolina for the upset because they're hot right now. And then that Miami Syracuse game, I'm gonna take Miami.
Cedric.
Before Cedric goes, speaking of Miami 6.
Oh boy, oh they need this.
They jumped up 2 spots.
Oh yeah, they need it bad. I'm gonna go South Carolina. I don't trust Dabo anymore. I think I've been wrong on going against Dabo at least the last couple times, but I'm gonna do it again, damn it, because I've been wrong before. Why stop now? With the Miami game, oh man, I think Miami wins, but I think Syracuse covers, as Justin sometimes likes to note out there. I think Syracuse doesn't lose by more than 10 points or
Justin.
11 points.
Notre Dame, number 5. We will go for the South Carolina Clemson game. Give me South Carolina. My boy Lenore Sellers and Rocket Sanders in that backfield have been going off. And give me Miami. They've been finding ways to win. They've been finding ways to win these fucking close ass games. You know, there's going to be a lot of scoring, little defense played. Miami thrives in that type of situation. I'm going with Miami.
It's the last regular season game of the week.
Penn State 4, Texas 3.
Give me South Carolina and Syracuse both to win. Just absolute chaos.
Texas 3, OSU 2, Oregon 1.
Oregon, the only undefeated team in the FBS. This is the only. So nothing too unexpected there. Man. Big 12's an absolute mess. There's a 4-way. There's some 7-2 teams between Arizona State, BYU, Colorado, Iowa State. Arizona State, Iowa State would advance to the title game based on some tie-breaking rules, so they have to win. But there's over like 250 combinations. I'm not going to go over any of that stuff, so you guys can read it. I'll post it in our description box. But there's no teams that clinch, so it's do or die for almost every Big 12 team. And as a conference, I think that's what you like.
Conference as a whole, probably, but not for those top 4 teams.
No. But no one can mail it in because everyone theoretically has a shot.
Has to play, yeah.
You want to see the projected
good football?
You want the projected matchups?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ohio State 5-12 against Arizona State. 8-9, Georgia 8, Tennessee 9. Fuck, they took it off. They just took it off the screen.
It'll probably pop up on
it'll be on Twitter by the time.
Well, I mean, you got it on the bottom there, Justin. You can do this. I got it. You say 8-9, Georgia, Tennessee. So it'd be what, 7-11?
It might be ranked. It might be on the computer now. They got the rankings. They don't got the bracket though.
Well, that's going. So who do you think to be in the Big 12 championship game?
So you said Colorado, Arizona State,
BYU, Iowa State are all 7-2. There's a 4-way tie.
You mean 9-2?
7-2 in the conference.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Colorado plays Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
They should win now.
They should
win. Should. Arizona State plays Arizona. Big rivalry game at Arizona. Arizona State should win that. Iowa State and Kansas State. I don't trust Kansas State, so probably Iowa State.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't care who wins the Big 12. This is too much.
It's crazy. I mean, because they all pissed it all away. I mean,
yes, they did.
So it'll be an interesting thing.
Fuck the Big 12 for making this so goddamn hard. I don't even understand that. I don't got the wavelength to try.
Because everyone's died.
I don't care. Someone from the Big 12 is getting in. That's all we know.
That's true. Well, yeah, we'll see who it is. And then Boise State's in their title game. Like, we're here, man. This is rivalry week for a lot of people. What are you going to do? What are you going to do this final week? We stay on time. Let's get performance of the week. Go ahead, Justin.
We know I go last. I got multiples.
Byron, do you have multiples?
Well, I do in case someone took mine, but I can go first. That's fine. I am going Devin Neal, the running back from Kansas, had 37 rushes for 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 receptions for 80 yards and a touchdown.
Okay. Cedric.
I thought I was muted. I'm not. Sorry. Yeah, I ain't got one this week.
Okay. Let me pull up my young man's thing. Why the fuck is this shit not showing up? Because I want to have his full stats. I have Mr. Eli Pancol from Duke.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Eli, in the first quarter of the game, had 3 receptions for 175 yards and 2 tutties.
Damn.
In the first quarter.
What are you in with?
5 catches, 188 yards, 3 tutties.
Wow. All right. All right.
In a 31-28 win with Duke over West Virginia. And shout out to Duke, 8-3. So that was my person, Justin.
Let's see. First performance. The Notre Dame rushing attack against Army beat the dog shit out of them. 28 carries, 275 yards, 9.8 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns. And the running team that fucking only runs the ball, Army, had 58 carries for 207 yards, 3.6 yard average, and 2 touchdowns. So absolutely dominated them. We got Pat Bryant from Illinois with 7 receptions, 197 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Coleman, wide receiver for Auburn, who was going off in that first half, 7 receptions, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I got shout out to Oklahoma defense for only allowing to Alabama 234 yards, causing 3 turnovers and only giving up 3 points.
Since it was a team, I do want to shout out, because I don't want to put these people in my winners, but this performance almost of the year, SMU. SMU's in the top 10. They're in the playoffs right now. The last time SMU was in the top 10 in an AP football poll, Ronald Reagan was president. The number 1 song was Miami Vice. A dozen of eggs cost 83 cents. A gallon of gas was 85 cents. That's how long it's been since
Eric Dickerson was probably on the team.
Right.
Oh, man. We got NFL today, so we won't go into losers because, we don't have a trash can of the week because we actually have NFL this week. But now go into winners and losers. Byron.
My winner is a combo of NBA players. I'm going home. SGA and J-Dub have been going off the last 4 games. SGA had 37, J-Dub had 28 against the Kings last night. SGA had 28, J-Dub had 30 against the Trailblazers. SGA had 32 and J-Dub had 27 against the Spurs. And then SGA had 36 and J-Dub had 27 against the Mavs. So they've been playing some really good basketball, those 2 last 4 games for the Thunder.
Any other winners?
Nope, just them.
Cedric?
Oh, man. My man Saquon. Good shit.
Nice.
Fancy
simple.
dreams. I wasn't even really watching the fantasy game against Debo. Sucks to suck, bro. That's why you don't count out Saquon. But yeah, 255 yards, 2 rushing tutties, triumphantly leading us over the Rams. Also gonna give a shout out to Mr. Turpin and Mr. Thomas. Justin's team, the Dallas Cowboys, great kick returns, clinching that win over the Commanders. It's great stuff right there, man. It's great NFC East football. Can't complain.
Justin.
I got NFL, no winners and losers for me on this.
All right. My winners, I would still it's actually tough. Oh, no. My winners for this one is just running backs in general. If you've seen it, like you talked about Saquon, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon,
Josh Jacobs,
Austin Eckler, and Brian. Like all those people who said running backs are undervalued. I've seen a lot of great running back play, and the running backs from Detroit, Sonic and Tails, as they call themselves, Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Kyron
Williams from the Rams.
I'm just seeing a lot of great running back play, and those running backs are leading their teams and doing things. And these teams that don't got running backs, they doing shit for real. So all them people who devalued them running backs, I think they're doing great. And shout out to Saquon, like you said, because he is now a legitimate shot, maybe, to be the first MVP. If he breaks Eric Dickerson's record, he will be the MVP this year. They ain't gonna not give it to him if he breaks Eric Dickerson's record.
I'll tell you right now, there ain't no way he breaking that damn record.
It is a lot. There's still ways, but
no way. Way shit's going right now. Eagles might clinch shit up. No way.
We'll see. They got that big game on Sunday against the Ravens. I can't wait to watch that game.
Yeah.
Byron, who you got for losers?
I'm going Colorado and BYU for my losers. Like, when and you're in the Big 12 championship was the name of the game, and y'all both just threw it away, just like, oh, we don't want to be in the Big 12 championship. We want to make our road to the Big 12 championship harder. And y'all both lost to Kansas in back-to-back weeks. Just ass performances. Those are my losers.
Cedric.
I was going to go Keanu Coe from Alabama. My guy, sending that message to the coach's daughter, asking if she wants that horse. You gotta go now, buddy.
So that shit wasn't fake?
That shit, I don't think that shit was fake. Because I've seen it on at least 3 different things, unless they were all fake. And
oh my God, unbelievable.
Any other losers, Cedric?
Nah, that's it. Wait, was that shit real though? Because if not, then I'm so sorry. I retract my statements, Mr. Coe. You can stay.
I have no idea.
They played they played like it was real. They had, they had no cohesiveness on that team, like on that Saturday. My God,
they fucking played like it.
I got 2 for this one because I gotta say something for the NFL, maybe 3, but 1. I gotta talk about Jackson Dart, brother in Christ.
God.
God, brother in Christ. How do you throw an interception when your whole season is on the line? It gets reversed. God gave you another chance. The Lord and Savior gave you another chance. And how do you repay our Lord and Savior? You just throw another pick again. Game over. Like, how do you do that? Ow!
The fuck you wanted to do? Just not try to push the ball, not trying to win?
2 in a row?
I'm gonna say you said Lord and Savior as if you was watching that Jameis Winston fucking shit. This man throughout the entire game. God bless me. Thank you, Lord. Love you, God.
Oh my God, that's just so fucking. That's terrible. You can't have any 2 words played like brother. Justin, it wasn't like they were forced.
Yeah, they were bad interceptions. They definitely were. I was watching the game. I know. It was bad.
And then I have to continue the series from what I said last week about
God.
the Philadelphia.
There's more.
I have to continue. There's part 2. There's part 2. The moderator is here to keep you up to date on the NBA drama because you know I'm a fucking junkie when it comes to this shit.
Oh my God.
Last time we were on here, I had a bitch fest about Joel Embiid and the players only meeting and then him getting hot that it got leaked.
Has he even played a game since you last bitched at him?
1.
I fucking doubt it.
No, he played 1. He played 1. Let me tell you, God, I'm gonna sound like my parents. This is the new age. This is the new age bullshit. So instead of
mind you, Joel Embiid's like your age.
Yes. Instead of keeping this shit and figuring out in house, Do you want to know what one of my all-time favorites, Paul George, did? He made a thumbnail for his YouTube saying, "Players only meeting leak? What's next for the Sixers?" And need I remind you, everyone, he plays on the fucking Sixers.
I don't see what your issue is.
Why the fuck are you? Why are you capping? What are you doing? Why are you making YouTube videos about the leak? You're on the goddamn fucking team. Go! Oh my god! Like really? You rather promote your YouTube bullshit than figure out what's going on your 2-14 ass team?
Because he knows what's going on. He was at the meeting.
That's a whole new level of shit,
dude. That's like any one of us, like talking shit about our normal jobs on the podcast.
Yes,
and then like using it for content. That's fucking horrible.
One,
featuring Reggie before. Jackson.
Two,
I've never titled an episode about our jobs.
No,
like, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying like, but you said like your complaint is go like figure out what's wrong with your team. He was at the meeting. You heard what they said was wrong with the team.
He's taking this team turnover and turn that shit into content, bro. That shit's whack.
And he's like, "Oh, so who really was the leak? Who was the leak on our team, brother? What? What?
That is not bringing anyone together. That nigga using them being ass
and I need
at work as content.
Oh, and you know, I have the thumbnail saved. So let me send y'all this shit.
I mean, shit.
I've been holding this shit for a
Micah
week.
Parsons be doing low key the same ass shit.
Oh, and I'm tired of that too. But the Sixer leak is on up. This shit pissed me off because they were all bitching like, man, who's the bitch who snitched? But now you're using it as come on, man.
And it's always worse than the NBA because these niggas be making more money. It's all guaranteed. Fuck these niggas. Oh my god. Yes. Nah, man. Suspend this nigga for a month without pay. We gotta start taking these niggas' money. This is unbelievable.
And I have another one that I'm about to fucking go. I have another NBA one, but I'm gonna use on the NFL one because these motherfuckers have pissed me off again. And it is only November.
Well, wait. He has Reggie Jackson in here too, right?
Yeah, he featured him. Mm-hmm.
Who does Reggie Jackson play for?
He plays for Sixers.
He plays for the Sixers. Oh. So they're sitting there.
Shit.
I saw him in Philly. He was giving the Cavs some work at first.
Who's the league when y'all both can't win a fuck, bro? Oh my god, it is so disgraceful.
These niggas are so ass.
Yes.
Did you watch the video?
Absolutely not.
I want to watch the video.
Because those niggas views over that bullshit.
Bro, what if it's him just literally talking about like the stress of that? He said the same thing. This whole thing is the reason why we can't come together as a team and shit. Like,
Cedric, I don't care what Paul George has to say. You get your ass out there and you get some fucking buckets and win some games.
And it kills me too that they announced it 2 days earlier when they're not playing. It was Monday. They said they ain't playing Wednesday against the Rockets. Both Embiid and George. They are
me off.
They are 3-13. They were supposed to be a finals contender.
Oh, they don't give a fuck, bro.
These niggas are the Wizards, bro.
Oh, damn.
And they're over here really trying to play the fucking Knives Out, Inspector Gadget, Doctor Who. Like, man, who's the leak? Who's the leak? Half of me thinks it's fucking Joel.
He definitely said some shit.
God. But no, hopefully they do not piss me off enough that I have to bring them back because they're almost going to be like Byron and the Saints where I got to cut them off on my.
These niggas about to get banned
because they are really pissing me off so much.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta get to the point like I'm not talking about this team no more, man.
Bro, we can't be giving the Sixers no energy anymore, bro. Let these niggas play like ass for another month.
The bad thing is, if he stays, that rookie is hard.
Jared McCain.
Yeah, he's
Zesty McCain.
Zesty McCain. He's hard. He's hard. He's hard. But yeah, I had to bring that up for people who didn't know that. Like, that's just some bitch shit. That's to me. That's just like, come on, bro.
I'm right here with you. You know, I typically don't be agreeing with you about the NBA drama, but that is some whole ass shit, bro.
Like, come on, man. Come on. But that's it. With that being said, guys, enjoy your OSU Michigan weekend. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hopefully we come back next week and we're previewing Oregon. Hopefully. I mean, if we win, that's who we're previewing.
I hope so.
If we don't win, then we sit there for 2 weeks and maybe get a night there.
And maybe get to go to the South.
Oh no, brother! Oh no! Oh no! Because they're gonna make that dog pound game at Georgia at 7:30 p.m. No, none of that bullshit about more.
We had a big noon kickoff after that game.
Well, big noon kickoff is about to be once this week it's over. So
you already know if Ohio State doesn't get it doesn't matter. If Ohio State make the playoffs, that game is about to be the best time slot. Whoever about to get the most ratings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
you already know.
Go Bucks! Please beat Michigan. Let's not get 4 straight. That being said, L7C podcast signing out.